Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. So of course, it's time to sell the eggs, finally. There's a lot of money here too. The canola is probably going to be ready to sell this month. It's still going up though, so we'll have to be waiting on that a little bit. It shows it might go up in December. I would say if we get anywhere near that, then I'll be happy. I'll probably sell it. If I remember correctly, it usually ends up being down for me come December, so sometimes it's just best to sell it when it's a fairly good price. We'll probably do that towards the end, though. That way it has enough time to hopefully get a little bit better of a price. But the eggs are going down, so. Alright. Let's get this sold. It usually takes a little bit. They sell one by one each bundle, so. Of course, just a little bit doesn't get sold in the one thing. That was $113,000, the first bundle. Well, $114,000. Yeah. And that bundle was about $4,000. We'll get this brought over. I want to look at the weather. Okay, it looks fine. The fact it's supposed to be snowing kind of worries me for December and January. I don't know if we'd be able to harvest then. But we'll grab the John Deere. Was it S780? We'll get that brought over to the big soybean field. It is ready. We'll be trying to get, a decent amount done to start. Oh, dang, those lights are bright. I think there's another one actually. Yeah, I'd say there's another one on the end of the pipe, I know. A little bit of a hard drop off. There we go. I knew that was going to happen eventually. I just really didn't want it to happen with our nice harvester. And of course, when it happens, it's when we have the John Deere. Some of it is because obviously it's very front heavy right now with the big header on there. You do notice it. Coming onto the bridge from our yard is like a hard drop. Alright, so I got the grain cart. I did decide to use the Fendt. I think realistically you probably wouldn't use a tractor with narrows on for a grain cart that's gonna have 40,000 liters in it, because that's the limit for it. I'm hoping for more than 40,000 liters from this personally, from this field. Maybe that's a stretch. I'm hoping for at least one grain tank full. Or not one grain tank, one trailer full. I mean, I sure hope we get one grain tank full too, but first bit of the yield looks good. I think this is all the loam parts though. It'd be similar to that field, and I know that's pretty much a loam up top of it. Yeah, this is a massive field. I think it would be a stretch to finish it in one episode. It really will be. Usually, and we could obviously finish one of these in one episode fine. It'll be more than double that size. Because we took basically as much as that we could. Well, that wasn't being taken by trees or anything. We took all of that. We don't have paths or anything to figure in there. It's just straight field. Yeah, I think this will get planted one more time, probably into soybeans. Because normally what I've done in the past with ending series is I kind of sell things when they're high priced. So, if that means typically episode 100, if we go one episode a month, would end on, I don't know, let's say August. I think that'd be pretty close, honestly. It's August time, right? But we have, soybeans that aren't ready to be sold until the following year. Then we just go to the following year. Although if we are quick enough, we could probably catch the month after. It wouldn't be that bad of a price then. It's hard to say. We'll have a lot of selling to do. I'm hoping, obviously, to fit it in the one episode for selling. It's kind of hard to say. And it's obviously hard to say it'll end on exactly 100 too. It's hard to time that out, right? Like exact episode end time. Something needs to be done. It kind of needs to be done, and stretches out a little bit longer or shorter. And I know with Court, that last episode is very long. I haven't edited at the time of recording this yet, since I am recording ahead because I have time off for a while there, so I'm trying to get ahead. But I haven't did the edit for it, but it was like an hour and 45 minutes recording, and normally an episode's about an hour. So if we end up having another one like that for Survival Challenge, then maybe that'll how it be. Last episode special, if you will, which is extra long. But obviously I'm trying to think of ways to make that shorter in the future so we don't have episodes that long. I just found another tree, looks like. That is getting to the point where it's pretty long. That episode's probably gonna be about an hour, so it's not a lot of time lapses in it, so won't cut too much time. Which, speaking of time lapses, I think I'll start the first one for this field. We'll probably time lapse for about 10-ish minutes. See how far we get. Hopefully it's decent a ways in.
Toxic, but it just don't feel right letting you go. But you play a game, I can't escape. I'm caught up in the middle. You're running through my head, and all the things we said. I wish I could forget you.
Well, I would definitely say this field's going to take a while. What we did, almost 2 strips around, and then cleared out the weird part of the field, and that was what, 11 minutes of real time. It's possible we could finish this today. It's possible. It's hard to really say because obviously that is a lot of soybeans left. But this is a pretty large harvester too, though. We'll probably harvest down, do 1 strip, and then we can unload. Still, I think it's, what, probably 29,000 liters of soybeans? I don't remember how much I had the first load. And the more I look at it, the more I think we could finish that. It's all gonna fit in one trailer. That trailer's looking pretty full. I'm starting to think I was a little bit off saying that we had at 20-some thousand. We had almost 35,000 liters. We had somehow, I don't know, I think this happened the other day too. We ended on an even number. 34,900. I don't know how we end up on that exact figure. How is it not 1 extra liter? Are we full? We're full. I never thought I'd see this day, but we're full. I think we need to buy another grain tank. I never thought I would see that day. Obviously we have more to sell, but we can't sell it because well, there's grain still in our trailer. So this is 100,000 liters it would be extended by. We put it kind of in the back here. Honestly, we could get we could put another one back here and then we just don't have to worry about it, and it's only $6,000. Well, that should extend it. Yeah, now it's only halfway full. Obviously, $6,000 is not a lot of money, so at this point, let's just, buy it and we'll be okay for quite some time. So that right there is $77,000 of soybeans. Guesstimating, it's probably a little bit less. From 1 trailer load. It's not even full. We're not even done with that field yet. Like, just imagine how much we probably will get over $100,000 from that field. It'll pay for itself in 1 harvest. But I think we will have to probably do some planting without any slurry on there to really knock down how much fertilizer we have. We can't sell fertilizer. We can sell slurry. So if I have the option, I'm going to be using up the solid fertilizer. It is entirely possible that we run out of manure for the greenhouse, and then we could just put solid fertilizer in there, because there is a different recipe, I guess, for that. Well, still, I think it's good that we bought the seeds, because we'll use a large majority of it on that big field. Honestly, it's entirely possible we get it in there early enough, we'd be looking to sell it at the next high point for soybeans, which is June, July. I think June is the highest. I think it's okay in July. In that case, we'd be looking at a very large selling session that time. The last little bit. Get this folded up. We'll go and grab the sprayer. We'll get at least the 2 fields done. At least the 2 that are, you know, closest to being ready. Which for now, this can actually go in storage. Probably for a couple months. No, actually, this will be used next time, the drill. I was thinking we wouldn't use it for a while, but no, it'll be used. Safe to say we probably won't need to buy any more herbicide, though. Since spot and spray obviously uses so little that we, really don't have to buy much. I think I remember spraying off a field without it, and we used dang near a full container just on one field. I think it was a smaller one too. I think it was out there. Well, where the chickens are now, with that field there. I know it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird thinking that some of these fields, mainly like the canola, I haven't really decided on a lot of these other ones. It might be the last harvest. The next time we harvest might be the last for that field. We got what? Just a little bit left there. It looks like. Spraying doesn't take too long. I am, of course, trying to think of, make sure we get that harvest done. Then at least the harvester gets to sit for 1 month until it's harvesting again, I'm sure. Because I haven't checked them, but I'm assuming that's a couple months. These are both a couple months. It'll get a sit for a little while. But yeah, we've used very little herbicide doing this field. We're still at 52%. I think that's what we started with. So definitely don't have to worry about that. And those can run you a decent amount of money. Obviously, though, 1 container wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't break the bank for us, at least. Once upon a time, it probably would have, though. Yeah, I think we could probably finish that field. Obviously, going around the whole field does take a little bit more time, usually. And makes it seem like you didn't do as much. Because there's still that large piece in the middle, but that's probably a good amount of field going around the whole field twice. And we did, do the one side. It'll be a little bit more straight up and down now and not going all over the place. Going wherever the field leads us. Looks like about Looks like there's probably about one more strip looks like to go. Then we can grab the Fent and the trailer. We'll double check the canola first. Make sure that's not going down yet. Then we can go out here and start harvesting. The canola will be sold, I think, at the end of the day, though. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it usually is lower in December in the past. It's been a while since, since we were there, though. And really, it'll be high enough where it's not gonna make much of a difference. A grand or two at most. Even then, environmental kind of makes that up. Which actually, our environmental should be higher now. Actually, I'm kind of curious what it is. Probably shouldn't have sold all the eggs. Could have got more money. I haven't really looked at it. Yep, 94. What does this only get 84? Oh, weed control. Because it was plowed. So it'll be higher next time. But our sell price is increased by 2%. So I could have gotten 2% more for those eggs if I just would have harvested just ever so slightly bit of that field. Alright, it looks like the canola is still going up. I think just to be safe, we'll sell it now. We're talking $1,000 less. That way we don't have to worry about selling it right at the end. Yeah, we have 6,000 liters still in there. We could honestly leave it too. Because we'll have more canola to sell next year. Yeah, we might do that. We won't have that much extra, though. I think either way, I think we'll probably be fine. If we leave it 1 month or 1 year, we'll have one field of canola. And that one, I would think at most we get 30,000 liters at most. It's not that great of a yield. It's going to be worse next time, probably. So, we can just leave it sit and we can just do one trailer load then next time, and that would fit in there. Get this sold off. Be over $900,000 now. We'll do that easily. So we're at $935,000 now. So yeah, I think it's safe to say by the time all the sorghum is sold, and there's some silage to be sold this winter time. Lettuce, I think, is coming up. We'll easily be at $1 million. And we really don't have much to spend it on, and really there's no use to spend it on much of anything. Unless we have like a whole huge bulk load of grain where it's like, yeah, it makes sense to buy a big trailer for one zone to sell everything. Even then, I don't think we will, outside of probably soybeans. We'll probably have several trailer loads of that, I'm guessing. Alright, we're back in the harvester. We can start working on the rest of this field. I'm sure there's still a lot in here. Be a good amount of time to finish this. We have a big combine, but this is a really big field, so. Yeah, I will go ahead. I'll start a time lapse. I think we'll finish this field, or at least we'll get close enough where, you know, we'll finish it anyways. So I will talk to everyone once that is done. Alrighty, so it looks like we have about one more strip to do after this. It'll be a partial strip, but I'll probably unload a little bit. Make sure that all fits though. Yeah, it's going to be pretty close to fit this whole strip here, so by 98%. Yeah, that's definitely not going to fit all of that in there. I'm not going to unload all of it, but I'll just make sure enough is unloaded to get that little bit finished. We have a little bit down here too, but still, this will be another, you know, like $50,000 here. It'll easily pay for itself in one harvest. Yeah, I think this is something that I kind of wish I would have did earlier, but I wouldn't have did it earlier because we just didn't have the harvesting capacity. But I think I should have upgraded the harvester earlier. You know, instead of maybe focusing on some of the animals, maybe I should have did. You know, like the sheep, they got 10 extra sheep in there. Might have been best to focus on getting a harvester. Obviously, the sawmill has paid for itself, though, so that has made sense to do. And the cow pen has made plenty from that too. Even though, honestly, I think slurry has been kind of a pain at times too. Trying to make so we don't, you know, run out of space in there. We'll probably have to sell some, honestly, next month. I think there's like 40,000 liters in there, and the tanker is full. So I'm sure next month they'll be almost full, and the tanker will be full, so we'll have to sell some. Not quite sure what this end up to be. About 24,000 liters, something like that. This should be, you know, a fairly good harvest. Can't really complain. Well, that's pretty close with my guess. Only, what, 77 liters off from my gas. We get this dumped in there. We'll see quite how much, we made from this field. Obviously, next harvest will be a little bit less, because it's not going to be as prime for lime and everything. It'll still be really good. But, maybe $1,000 less, $2,000 less. Usually not too much. Alright, let's see what the total is. So 58,000 liters from that field. It'll be right around $130,000. That's nuts to me. From one field. From one field we'll have $60,000 as long as we get another harvest in. Which we should. That is just, wow to me. Next month we might have some silage to sell, it looks like. Otherwise, I don't think December's much. Usually, sorghum's usually January. Although it's getting pretty high, so maybe that'll be next month. Anyways, that is everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.